What's going on, guys? What it do? It's your boy Trey, and today I got some heat for you. Today I want to talk to you guys about the top 5 things I wish I knew when I started my fitness journey. But before I get into all that good stuff, what I need you guys to do is like, comment, share, subscribe, tap that bell icon. You know all that good stuff. But with all that said, guys, shit, let's get it. Alright guys, tip number 1, you gotta have a goal. Better yet, you gotta have SMART goals. Now let me break this down for you guys a little bit more. There's a famous acronym, SMART. SMART goals. S, specific. You gotta have specific goals when you're starting your fitness journey. You don't want something that's too broad. And an example of a broad goal is oh, I just want to be healthier, or I'm just trying to get big. How? What does that even mean? And you gotta break it down and be specific. How are you going to become healthier? I'm going to become healthier by losing weight. Or I'm going to get bigger, increase my muscle mass by eating a little bit more, lifting a little bit heavier weights, challenging my body. So you gotta be specific. M, measurable. How are you going to track your progress? There's so many things you can do to track your progress. One of my favorite things to do is take progress pictures, and it's something that I wish I would have did more of when I first started, you know, because it's going to give you that added motivation to see when you first started your fitness journey to where you're a month in, to where you're 3 months in, and to where eventually you're a year in. And if you don't like taking pictures, there's other things you can do. You can buy a tape measure, or you can buy some clothes that you can't fit in right now at the present moment, but you for damn sure gonna fit in them later because you're gonna work your ass off and get to where you gotta be. A, obtainable. How will you achieve your goal? You gotta make a plan. You wanna work towards something that's challenging, but yet that's obtainable. Man, we know how the famous phrase go. If it don't challenge you, it will not change you. And honestly, that's the realest thing I've ever heard on my fitness journey. R, relevant. How will this goal help you? Now, this is where you got to be real with yourself, because you know what you're capable of and you know what you can and cannot do. So you're going to have to decide, how is my goal relevant towards my fitness journey? And T, time bound. When will you achieve your goal? You got to give yourself a deadline. You don't want to give yourself a goal that you may hit someday. You want to hit a goal that you can hit within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or even a year. Whatever you got to do, just give yourself that deadline to put that pressure on yourself, because if you don't, I guarantee you, you will plateau and you will drift and you will look exactly the same. So tip number 1, have a SMART goal. Tip number 2, always be prepared. Set yourself up for success. Make sure your environment is designed to help you win rather than hurt you. To elaborate more, if you're trying to lose weight, you got to make sure that there is no junk food in your house so you're not triggered. So you got to get rid of them Oreos, you got to get rid of them chips, them sodas, ice cream, all the good stuff that's bad for you. You know what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to prep your meals, guys. Because if you don't prep your meals, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna fall back into the same old habits, making poor nutritional choices, and you're gonna slow down your progress. So tip number 2, always be prepared. Tip number 3, stay disciplined, because you're gonna realize fast that motivation is gonna come and go, but your discipline is what's gonna take you to the next level on your fitness journey. You know, because I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not always gonna be motivated to work out. You're not always gonna be motivated to do that last little bit of cardio, and you're not always gonna be motivated to meal prep your meals. When you don't want to, you've been eating the same thing all week, and you know you're tired of it, but you gotta be disciplined, because you know you're eating for results and that we got goals to reach. And one thing that you're gonna get faced with a lot is when you go out with your friends. They may not have the same goals as you know, so if you go out to eat with your friends, they're gonna eat anything and everything under the sun. But you gotta be disciplined enough to know that you have goals in mind and that you have to eat off the lighter side of the menu so you can make sure that you reach those goals. So tip number 3, stay disciplined. Tip number 4, be flexible with your diet. There are so many diets out here to follow. You just have to find which diet plan works best for you. Whether it be keto, paleo, carnivore, plant-based diet, whatever. Just experiment with your meals and have fun with it, because we all know you cannot out-train a bad diet. And another reason why I say experiment with your diet is because you want to avoid diet burnout. Diet burnout is when you eat the same thing every day and you just get sick and tired of eating that, and then you relapse, you have a cheat meal, and that cheat meal turns to a cheat week, and you know how the story goes. So tip number 4, be flexible with your diet. And tip number 5, you gotta have balance. Balance is very, very important having balance between your gym life and your personal life. To be honest, if you're not training for like a bodybuilding competition, powerlifting competition, a marathon, you do not have to be in the gym for 7 days a week. Take some time off, man. Go spend some time with your significant other. Go do other things that you enjoy doing rather than being in the gym every single day. Tip number 5, have that balance. I got a bonus tip for you guys. Since y'all my fam, and I care about y'all, I figure I'll give y'all one more tip. And the last tip of the day is to have fun with your exercise, man. Exercising is the ultimate form of self-love, whether it be changing up your workouts, changing up your diet, working out with a friend. You never ever want working out to be a chore. This is a freaking pleasure and a privilege to work out. So don't ever take it for granted, guys. Like I said, guys, have fun with it. That's just gonna close out the video just to give you a quick recap of my top 5 tips. Tip number 1 was have smart goals. Tip number 2 was to always be prepared. Tip number 3, be disciplined. Tip number 4, be flexible with your diet. And tip number 5, have that balance. And that bonus tip, have fun with your training, guys. So now, just in case I missed something, what I want you guys to do is to go into the comments below and type out one tip that you would tell somebody that's starting out their fitness journeys. With all that said, guys, you know what time it is. We out of this thing. Let's go.